Welcome back, everyone. Over to you, Chris.
Awesome. Thanks, Rory. Hi, everyone. Pleasure to be here. I just want to say, first off, thanks, Henry Stewart, for putting on this wonderful event. Super excited to be talking with you today. First off, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Chris Windsor. I'm a senior customer success manager here at Media Valet. I've been with the company almost 3 years, and today I'm joined by James Langan, the senior global brand specialist at ACAMS. And we got a lot to chat about, so we'll just dive right in. James, can you share a little bit about your role at ACAMS and what you do as an organization?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Hello, everyone. Definitely nice to be with you. And Chris, to you and Media Valley, thanks for the invite to be here. So ACAMS is the largest international membership organization of anti-financial crime professionals. We have over 90,000 members across 180 jurisdictions. To put it simply, ACAMS' mission is to end financial crime. So a little bit internal background here. Our employee base is somewhere around 300 colleagues. We operate full remote. Before 2020, we actually had our main offices located in Miami, London, or Hong Kong. So you'll still find our largest pool of colleagues around those cities. Now, for my role as the global brand specialist here at ACAMS, my role is to be the guardian of the brand. So this requires consistency across our global events, our products, and our communications internally and externally.
Fantastic. And can you give us a bit of an overview how you're using DAM today and the type of assets you might find in your DAM system?
Yeah, absolutely. So our DAM, we call it the central location or our central truth for all of our current brand files. Now, we do have some archival files, and the reason for that is we actually launched our brand at the same time that ACAMS went through their first brand refresh ever. So that's a huge effort. That takes, a few years, a year and a half, something like 2 years to kind of get through that whole process. So what we wanted to do is, even though we were shifting into a new direction, our brand, we also wanted to keep some of our files. So we actually backdated about 4 years of our digital files to use for our archival files. And with that said, we're about 2.5 years into our DAM now and past our brand refresh. We have about 30,000 files total in our DAM. And it's a full spectrum of files, Chris. We're talking, event photography from our events, product information, fact sheets, brochures about our products, internal communications, our Microsoft files. We even keep some working files from Adobe, from our marketing team in a hidden file, so that only we can access them, and it doesn't kind of, colleagues aren't looking for a logo and get, a vector file or something like that. We also keep videos. Videos are huge for us. We have a lot of events, as I said, across the globe, and we film a lot. So we had to have a place to store those. So that's what you find in our DAM.
That's quite the wide range. And how has your DAM helped drive collaboration and connection across your large and distributed teams in that global network?
Yeah, for sure. As you're saying, and as I mentioned, as a global team operating, we're basically a 24-hour operation. We have everybody in all time zones. So people need access to our files at all times. So one of the best things about our DAM is it's self-serve. So as a marketing department, it's our responsibility for us to have all of our brand files in there and up to date. So our colleagues are trained and know to go into our DAM for anything they're looking for. And if they find it there, that it's the most up-to-date file that they need, and they don't have to question the version or if it's out of date. It's also the DAM, as far as driving collaboration, we've also found that there's a lot of discoverability that we didn't have in the past. We used to, before we had DAM, we had assets everywhere. And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the cloud-based softwares that are available out there. So, some departments could be using Box, some could be using Dropbox, some could be using SharePoint. So to have a DAM and just to suck all of those files into one location has definitely improved asset discoverability, which of course reduces time where people are searching for things and helps in that place. And as I mentioned, the version control, as you see here on the bullet points here, so for everybody to be able to go and get the most up-to-date files been super helpful. And then of course, brand consistency. I work on the brand team, so this is a very pivotal point to me. So to be able to make sure that everything that goes out from our organization has passed through the brand team's hands, which is huge. And then of course, with a global team and that self-serve, anybody at any time, anywhere can get the files that they need.
Awesome. Thanks, James. Switching gears here, just thinking a little bit about your metadata strategy. What's been your approach to kind of your taxonomy and your metadata structure with your global teams here?
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. As I said, we went into a brand refresh 2.5 years ago, and one thing that we wanted to improve upon is for our brand not to get wildly out of control, and I mean, one region may have a look and feel that another region doesn't. Same with a product group. So one of the things that we did was we wanted to make sure when we launched, we had a very organized DAM. So if everything is easily found, you don't waver so much from our center. So with metadata specifically, one of the things that we did was we made a very simple category structure. We're using the naming convention that everybody is currently aware of, and we're training people on, the naming convention. And we're also creating a category base, a folder base that's not too far down the line in the pathway. You're not having to go through 10, 11 clicks to get to whatever you need. I think we probably average somewhere around 3 to 4 clicks down into a main category to get the files that you need. We're also, as far as metadata goes, we're using the AI technology that you would get from the platform that Media Valley has. I love to use this example, and I use this in our training with our colleagues. There was I'm terrible with names, and there was a speaker at one of our conferences, and I couldn't remember his name, and I needed his photo, but I remembered that he was wearing a purple tie. So I go into the intelligent search and I write purple tie, and boom, it brings him up. So cool. That object recognition, that object and color recognition is super powerful, super helpful to those that metadata strategy plan. So that's basically how we approached it in the beginning. And just as you see here, what we do is a 6-month metadata review. It's a plan that our team does so that we can ensure that our categories are not getting off the rails. Of course, as we grow our DAM, we're having more users come into it with more upload power, more edit capability. So we also want to make sure that we catch anything that needs to be realigned with the original vision.
Awesome. I think I might steal that purple tie example too. I love that one.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, speaking of kind of users and how they interact with the platform, kind of what's been your approach for managing access and permissions to all of your teams inside the DAM?
Yeah, this is I think this is a very important part of the process of having a DAM, the user permissions group, and kind of figuring that out. Because if you have an organization at our size and our scope with our type of teams, we have a marketing department, we have a communications department, we have an editorial team, we have a products department. So there's a bunch of people that really can leverage the DAM for themselves. It's not just a piece of marketing technology. So what we did first was we did pilot it as a marketing department first, got everything that we needed, as I said, around the brand refresh. And now we're slowly bringing in power users, as we call them, from other departments, and giving them a little bit more of a user permission group. And that's what we call crawl, walk, run approach. And it's a pyramid structure. You're going to see very little admins at the top. You're going to see a little bit more of the uploaders in the middle, and then you're going to see the majority of our colleagues at the bottom. And that structure for now has been working. And what it does is when we put most people at the bottom, we do identify that someone needs a little bit more access. We bump them up. We evaluate that. Some of that comes out of that 6-month review. Some of that comes with people just reaching out and needing a little bit more access. But right now, that's a better approach.
Yeah, I really like that. I think I've seen a lot of success with that approach for sure. Cool. So we touched a little bit earlier on AI, and I'm curious to hear a bit more about how it's being used in your DAM system and the benefits you're getting from some of the AI technologies available.
Yeah, the video intelligence feature in the Media Valley Dam is pretty advanced, and I can actually see where it's growing, and it's going to continue to grow as technology in general grows. But I'll just tell you, one of the best parts about it for us is our products come in, some of our products come in 13 different languages. So what happens is when we produce content, whether it's social media or it is communication in email, if somebody is absorbing that, that's the myth.
Hey, James.
What we've been able to do is when we run it through the video. Yeah.
You might want to kill your video. We're getting a little bit of connection issue there. It might help if you kill the video.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So
yeah, I just want to kick that off again on the AI and how the video intelligence is helping your teams.
Yeah, right on. So the video intelligence, probably the best part about it for us is that some of our products come in 13 different languages. So for us to have the ability to use the auto translate in there is huge. We used to have to do that through a third party. So to be able to do it in-house has just been really helpful to us, and it definitely helps us when we push out content to be able to reach more people. So we're definitely using the video intelligence, and I can see the sky's the limit with technology when it comes to that.
Yeah, and one thing I personally love about the video intelligence is going to the different places inside the video where the different speakers show up. I could see that being really helpful for your types of events, right? Being able to
absolutely.
Find that.
Absolutely, and it also has the ability to pinpoint certain subject matters. So if we put up an hour-long video and we just want to jump to the part where we're talking about crypto, we can do that easily rather than have to listen to the whole video.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, kind of piggybacking off that, what have been some of the specific features that you found inside DAM platforms that have kind of really been helpful for you and your teams in enabling, that global team and that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. Not only is our DAM growing, but our organization is growing. So the one thing that I really do love, and it's not such a it's not just a pivotal feature that I think somebody would call out, but for me, it's the self-registration. So on the login page, you can actually just register a new user right there. So it enables the manager, the HR staff to quickly get new users into the DAM onboarded and easy for us. So as some of us are admins of the DAM, we don't have to be bogged down by uploading new users. It's pretty much a self-registration that just requires an approval, and it's just fantastic. So that's one thing that I absolutely love having. Now, this version controlled distribution, what's really amazing about that is in our DAM with Media Valet, we have the ability to replace a file rather than delete it and re-upload it. And that's been super helpful to us because we can actually bounce back to older versions of that file. It also keeps the content dynamic if that file is linked somewhere else in the DAM, or we're using a CDN link, as you see in the next bullet point there. That file is going to stay the same. That link's going to stay the same. And as I said, the CDN links to us are a great way to push out content from our DAM to external stakeholders without too much of a fuss. And it's a super clean looking way to do it by automatically opening a new tab in the browser. And then branded portals. It's a great way for us to once again kind of just build basically a little website out of our DAM and push out some of our dynamic content in large batches, small batches. It's branded, looks really nice.
Fantastic. So yeah, I can see on the side here, that might be used for some of your different events that you hold globally. Either I guess pre or post event to be able to kind of share content from that.
Yeah, we're actually using the branded portals to push out all the presentations from our events. We have some massive events, like I said, where we have 2,700 people at a conference over 3 days. So there's a lot of presentations. There's over 200 speakers. So
wow.
Yeah, you want to push that content out to everybody in real time.
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, just kind of thinking about your history with DAM over the last few years, are you able to share kind of any tips and tricks, pitfalls, mistakes, or anything like that with our audience on maybe choosing a DAM or implementing a DAM? Any kind of advice that you can give folks here? Yeah,
absolutely. I think if there's somebody here who's listening in and they're thinking about getting a DAM, they haven't done that yet. for us, one of the best steps that we took was we took a very extensive research and discover phase about which vendor we wanted to go with, and it was pretty extensive, but it was worth it. It took maybe like 6 months or so, but we found the perfect fit, and I think every person who needs a dam has different needs. So you need to find the one that works for you, the partner that works for you. And once you find that, it works because as you can see, as I said, our dam is growing and we have 100% buy-in from our colleagues. So everybody loves it. And now that they've had it, we couldn't see our life without it. We couldn't just take it away. People would be lost. And as far as, what's kind of coming next, we've grown so much that for sure, we are going to have a designated dam manager soon. The dam has basically created a new position within our organization that we didn't have before.
Fantastic. Yeah, and just from my experience in the customer success role, I definitely echo that dam manager. There's tons of value to be had from getting a dam, and you don't necessarily need a dam manager. But the larger the organization, the more assets, the more groups, the more teams, the more it kind of takes at least someone pay some attention to those needs and managing it. So I just from my own experience, I'm seeing more clients get more part-time, full-time dam managers as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, what's next for ACAMS? You're on your dam journey here.
Yeah, 2.5 years into our dam, we feel very comfortable that our core users have the basic training that they need to be successful in the dam and to leverage it. But now what we want to do is we're at a point now with our level of using dam that we want to raise the bar and bring our core users up to that next level beyond finding a file, downloading it, and sharing it. What we really want to bring is have most of our organization dive into the next level features, generating a CDN link, using the video intelligence, creating light boxes or collections, as some other people may know in the dam community. And for sure, we also want them to understand that it's a learning process. So the dam is constantly evolving. There's all kinds of new features that get rolled out. And we want to be able to create a consistent training for all colleagues who are using it.
So yeah, I'll be very happy to help you out with that. And a very good point, dam is always evolving. So it's always good to stay in contact with your provider and make sure you're getting training and understanding all the new technologies that are being released.
Yeah, and just one thing that I would say as a user, and for all the other users out there is don't be afraid to push for something that you see that's not there. We've at least had 3 new features into the dam that we specifically requested. So Media Valley and the engineering team have worked with us when we found something that wasn't working for us, and they made it work for us. So I'm sure that that works for many other people too as well. So I wouldn't be afraid to push for a new feature if you don't see it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. Do you have any closing remarks you want to share with our audience today?
Yeah, I'll turn my video back on, see if it works here for a second. If it doesn't, let me know. But I would just perfect. So I know this session doesn't have a Q&A, but for sure I will be open to any questions on LinkedIn if you want to find me with James Langan. I believe I'm on the Festival of Dams speaker page. And like I said, I'd be happy to answer any questions about our dam experience here at ACAMS.
Fantastic. And likewise, same for me. If anyone has any questions about Media Valley, its capabilities, anything at all, you can reach out to me as well on LinkedIn, Chris Windsor at Media Valley. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rory. Appreciate it.